Another day, another video. And instead of doing a trade recap, what I'm going to be doing is creating a playlist for my trading model. I'm going to split it in different videos. For example, in this video, I'm going to be talking about unbalanced ranges and balanced ranges. Next video, I'll be talking about OTE. Next video, I'll be talking about echo deviation. After that, I'll be talking about OTE and etc. But yeah, as I said, today I'll be talking about unbalanced ranges and balanced ranges and what they mean. So yeah, let's get into it. So when we're looking at ranges being created in the market, yeah, we have something called unbalanced ranges and balanced ranges, yeah. What unbalanced ranges is a move down, for example, distribution phase, followed with a move higher and move down, but that move higher does not touch into equilibrium. So for example, here we did not touch into equilibrium and we moved down. Here we did not touch into equilibrium and we kept on moving down. That's an unbalanced range, which we would normally see. We would normally see that price comes back to this equilibrium here, and then we carry on moving down. Let me just change color. Let me do canvas, cursor. There we go. So you would normally see it go to equilibrium and then carry on moving down, or we would normally, you could also see it move to OTE. OTE there, and move down from there. So it's a similar thing with balance ranges, is where we have a move down and we touch into equilibrium as we move down. So here we touch into equilibrium, here we touch into equilibrium, and carry on. So normally you would not see a retrace higher, you would just keep on seeing distribution lower until we balance some higher time frame range. For example, if we had a high time frame equilibrium that has not been touched, which is here, we'd see it touch into that equilibrium, and we'd see something like this where we move higher, we touch into equilibrium, and we carry on moving higher. But we'll get to that in a different video. So examples of this in the actual market, I can already see some. For example, here we had an unbalanced range where we did not touch into equilibrium at all during this distribution down. So eventually the market is going to come to this range, and we're going to come into equilibrium and move lower. Actually, let me draw that properly and mark it out like this. I don't know the difference. Again, here's the same thing. Yeah, sure, there's a new week opening gap. That's another confidence. It's not a reason that price went there. I mean, it is a reason, but yeah. And you can also see we touch into T, but as I said, we'll get to that in the next video. But we rebalance the range. Here we carry on moving down, we haven't rebalanced this range. Here this small range we rebalanced. As you can see, we touched equilibrium. Here we rebalance this range, and we just carry on. More examples. For example, this, we had this move up, we balance that range. Here we had a massive unbalanced range, which you could probably find a short to rebalance the range into equilibrium or echo, but I'll teach that in a different video. So why this is good, or why it's useful, is because we can determine where price will normally want to go. We can also link this with weekly profiles, where we would normally see Monday. Okay, this is a bullish weekly profile example. We'd see Monday create creating a manipulation, or it could also be bullish, but normally creating a manipulation. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday moves bullish, and Friday will normally try to rebalance that range here. So for example here, we would rebalance range. It's not really good examples currently. We're going to include that as better examples. Monday we created a high. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday tried to be bullish. Friday did not rebalance that range, but instead we rebalanced not that range, this range here, because if we knock that out, not that, okay. So from this low to that high, we rebalanced into equilibrium and moved higher. So that's what Friday did, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, let me just remove all those drawings. Thursday was bearish, and then Friday came in and touched into equilibrium here, and even OTE. So we can determine that price will move bullish for next week. So again, why this is good is because we can practically, how do I explain this? Not really bottom pick, I would say, but for example, if price were to move here, I mean, yeah, you could use it as a confidence, that's what. If price is moving here, you know that price is going to reverse somewhere in this area. And that area is what echo deviation is, and I'll teach you in a different video. But we know that somewhere below equilibrium is going to reverse, which is discount below equilibrium, and above equilibrium is premium. So we always look in discount to see if there's any PDO or anything like that. But I don't really use that, but I use OTE and echo deviation, as I said. But yeah, you can pair PDOs with it. So for example, here, what I'm thinking is that we're going to rebalance this lower time frame range into equilibrium, and then we're going to get some sort of entry here, balance, and we're just going to get a balance range moving higher to rebalance this massive range here. And in this case, I wouldn't mark the range out like this. I'd mark it out from the last range that was not rebalanced, so this here, and I want this equilibrium to be touched, because here we get too much chop, that I want to see this range to be rebalanced instead. I should probably talk about how you would measure them, but it's not that hard. No, I already did explain it. But that's what balanced and unbalanced ranges is. I know it's simple, I know most of you guys probably know what it is, but not many people know how useful it is and how good it is when trading. But yeah, so next video I'm going to be talking about echo deviation and how to pair that with lower time, and then I'm going to talk about OTE, and then lastly how to pair it together, and some other stuff, for example this small model here, which is just a high break of structure, market structure shift, retrace into premium or / discount depending on what you're looking for, bullish or bearish. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.